All right, today we are going to be talking about the relationship between our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. Okay, so if you remember, how many ones, how many of these does it take to equal one of these? If you thought 10, you're correct. It takes 10 ones to equal a tens rod. So that means there are 10 ones. That means that there are 10 ones inside one of these. All right? So stick with me. Okay? So there's 10 ones in a tens rod. How many tens do you think there are in 100? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 tens rods in 100. So let's expand on that. So one of these is 1/10 of a tens rod because it's one of these is one of 10 of them. So if I put all of these together again, I would have 10 to equal a tens rod. So this is only 1/10 of them, meaning it is 1 out of 10. Now, if I want to say the relationship between, so let's make the number 111. So 111 looks like this. 111. Well, this is my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. Just because they are all the same number does not mean they're all the same digit, does not mean that they all have the same value. This is a 1 in my ones place. This is a 1 in my tens place, and this is a 1 in my hundreds place. So this is smaller than this. This 10 is going to be smaller than my 100. This 1 is 1/10 of my tens rod. This tens rod is 1/10 of my hundreds block. So when you go from your ones and you move this way, when you go from your ones to your tens or tens to your hundreds, you're going to say that it is 1/10 of that value. When you go from your hundreds to your tens or tens to your ones, my hundreds is bigger, so my hundreds is 10 times the amount of my tens, because it would take 10 of these to equal 100. So I know this is confusing and tricky right now, but stick with me. We're going to do it together, all right? So let me put the number 4,334. Okay? I'm only going to compare place values that are right next to each other. I'm not going to be comparing place values that are in my thousands and my ones. I'm only going to be comparing these two place values, my hundreds and my tens. So which place value is bigger? My hundreds is bigger than my tens, so the 3 in my hundreds place value has a value of 10 times more than the value of the 3 in my tens. Okay, I'll give you another number. 677. This is my hundreds, my tens, my ones. The value of the 7 in my ones is 1/10 the value of the 7 in my tens, because ones is a smaller value than my tens. This is less than that. So I'm going to give you a couple of slides to practice doing this with.